It's 2:30 Eastern Time. The vote is on. Do you know where your money is at? What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And here we are. It looked like by the early returns with the market soaring higher, the Dow was up over 100, the NASDAQ was up close to 100, the S&P was flying, the Russell was flying. It looked like it was going to be a red wave. And then as we peaked out and the markets are now turning over and have lost about half of their gains, it looks like it could be a blue wave as the traders are placing your bets. Step up, place your bets, place your bets. In the meantime, we still believe that there's a chance that there will be a red wave, but at worst case scenario, the Republicans will lose the House, but not the Senate, and I think they'll gain some seats in the Senate. I think they're going to win it all, but that's neither here nor there, and has nothing to do with the markets at this moment. Right now, the markets have been gyrating, leaning to the positive side, which means that the agenda that's in place will continue, very positive for business. We can see this rally continue. However, I think that you're now seeing that there are some changes, and I think we're also starting to realize that the headwinds that we've talked about here on a daily basis are still in play no matter who wins this election. And I think as we look at the markets now, the Dow's up about 60, the NASDAQ is up about 20, and the S&P is up about 8 points. I would not be surprised to see today close lower on the day when it's all said and done. We have seen this movie before, and of course, typically the bear market rallies are the most delicious looking and look so good you can't want to be out of them. And everybody's afraid, the fear of missing out, they're going to miss betting right on this election. But I don't think it matters who wins this election. As we've said repeatedly, we think this market is headed lower until probably around Thanksgiving and we get the Santa Claus rally. But I think the first quarter is going to be fairly nasty and fairly ugly. I'm saying that we could see, a 10 to 15 to 20% haircut. And I think we have more room on the downside than even that much. But that's what I can see from now. So at 2:30 Eastern Time, I can see these markets closing lower on the day today. And of course, we can see what the elections will bring. Now, again, we will get some gyration off of the elections. It'll probably trade on into the night, right? There'll be some nighttime trading. And for one of the few nights during the year, there'll be some action. So we'll see how that trades out. In the meantime, as you saw, gold was higher early, reversed and went down, reversed about $10, $12. That's a pretty big move in today's market right now when we see that happens. And that would indicate to me that they felt there was more of a red wave coming, less needed for safety. Oil was up and, of course, fell apart, got down into almost 61 before coming back to be around 62. Now we're targeting still 58. The dollar has been hovering around unchanged, but is now on the upside, which we look for the dollar to go higher. Bonds are relatively flat, working down, but we expect rates to go higher, so we expect the bonds to get clobbered. So everything is kind of trading and figuring out the way that we've kind of been scripting it here for a while. And again, it has not been easy. This has been extremely light volume, very thin, which we have talked about repeatedly, that this volume is pathetic and there's not much to do. So there's not a lot to get involved in. That's why you get a lot of these gyrating moves. In the meantime, grain markets were mixed, but it looks like wheat, okay, that pattern we were looking for to break out, looks like it might have broken out to the upside today. So we're going to continue to watch that. Beans and corn were relatively flat, not much going on. Cattle, flat to slightly lower. Hogs were down limit today. Now again, we talked about 60 was our top end target. It hit 60, it's now back to 54. We would start to look to be buyers again down at these levels. The Bitcoin and the cryptos are a little bit higher today, which makes sense. And of course, those are things that we're watching. But from my view in the cheap seats, I would not be surprised to see this market close lower on today. I would not see it to be surprised to close lower on the week. However, if we do explode to the upside, it may put in some more room to the upside here. We're going to play it to be still sellers of rallies from my perspective. That's how I will look to play it from now. But again, things can change as they often do, but I expect slow trading the rest of today. And if the races are not settled tomorrow and we don't have a clear picture, look for some more slow trading tomorrow. In the meantime, we're going to continue to sell rallies. That's how I see it. This is Todd Bubba Horwitz. This is Bubba's Daily Update. And of course, remember our high school program. If you'd like to help us out, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That'll do it for today's Bubba's Daily Update. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more of Bubba's Daily Update. Take care.